diss me though.
Do you want us to cap the time limit at an hour, Jester, or do you? I can't hear you.
All right, let me record. Hello, yo.
Yeah.
All right, now let me check some. All right, I got you, Dio. I'm gonna record for you.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, real quick. I gotta do something real quick. Let me check something. Also, let's try not to make this like 3 hours. You know what I mean?
What? Oh yeah, Jester said he wants to keep it under an hour, or like to an hour, but
Got it.
I don't know if he wants to change that. I'll just ask him when he comes
Yeah,
back.
I mean it's up to y'all. I'm just saying.
Yo, make sure there's a recording, because in the off case, I do have to like leave midway through.
Archie's
I'm
recording.
not able to talk. Yeah, I
Archie's
need to have
recording.
a recording to judge over.
Mm-hmm.
That's recording too, so no big deal.
All right, now let me try to send it. I'm just making sure I can convert it while there's like a screen on. You know what I mean? So I can send it
I don't even
in
know what
case
that means.
one of y'all want to upload it or something like that. Okay.
I don't care about uploading. I just want to make sure it's recorded, so we don't have any
Yep.
he said, she said problems.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right, bet. It works. Let me tell me when to start recording.
Alright. We're just waiting on Jess right now, so whenever he comes back, we can start recording.
But yeah, I literally like flamed and exposed Zaji in like album. That dude
I heard,
is
bro.
such a retard.
I heard.
Oh, you heard it?
No, I heard that you violated him like pretty badly.
Yeah. Like that dude was getting it was crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Zeph. Zeph, you saw that? Like Zaji's such an idiot, I swear. That dude has like brain cancer.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me start my recording.
I'm gonna start mine now.
Damn, why is this nigga so loud? Are we found Archimedes like moderating?
Yeah, I already said yeah.
Okay. Guess perms.
What'd you say?
Did we give him perms?
I didn't give him perms.
I'm gonna give him perms then. How's
Also, I'm gonna be on push for talking, not talking.
Wait,
I'm gonna mute.
put him above the quarantine so he doesn't get like nagged. But if when he mutes us, just like put him on quarantine.
No,
so he has to
quarantine
moderate.
won't neg him. If you mute,
If he
I don't
mutes,
think. I don't think that negs.
okay.
Wait. I don't know, just ask somebody that's on staff to mute real quick and see if it negs them. Pete, mute somebody real quick.
What's Omni King? That's our role?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I'm the owner?
Yeah.
He transferred ownership.
Either you or Freaks. I don't know.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now if I am. I'm not the owner.
Yeah, Freaks is them.
Freaks is the owner. But I could give my own role because I'm like, yeah, I have a like a special role above my role. So yeah, I'm gonna give him my role. I'm gonna give him the Omni King role.
Okay.
Yeah, I just peeped that we have a special role that puts us above Omni King, that puts us above Quarantine. So
Okay. All right, you want to start?
Just give me a second. Let me start recording.
Okay.
Oh, this boxing shit is ape. Okay. Let's start. All right. You got an hour. So once it hits an hour, I'm gone. So,
Okay.
so we'll start off this. You just think like DC doesn't hit boundless?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you familiar with like one universe in DC being hyperversal?
Nope.
Okay. I'll post that. Where do you scan chat?
It's in debate.
Just a bit. Well, I see it. Okay.
Hyperversal, you said?
Yeah, high hyper.
High hyper?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you familiar when they talk about the universe having like infinite or innumerable dimensions in just one universe?
I think I know what you're talking about. Send it though.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Are you talking about the lady? She said
Yeah,
there's
the lady.
innumerable dimensions.
Yeah, when the lady talks to dead men, yes.
Okay. Yeah, just send that real quick.
Okay, I'll send it.
How high can the lady count?
How high can the lady count?
Yeah.
Are you for real? Why
Nope.
does that matter?
She says there's innumerable dimensions.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just how high she can count.
To innumerable?
Yeah, if somebody can only count to 20, then 21 is going to be innumerable to them.
What are you talking about? But this okay. So I'll show you something. If it's gonna be like that,
Be like what?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll show you something. I'll just
Be
go
like
grab
what?
that. I'll just go grab the context. But so that's so ape,
Okay.
super ape. I don't even know.
That's not 8.
It's just whatever. It's fine.
How is that 8? What?
Hold up, nigga. I'm gonna find the scan.
I know.
Okay. Okay. So making sure. So these people that like talk about like these contexts. So she says, where is it? So they state here. Where's the server? Yeah, they state
Oh, I
here
can't type if it's locked.
I can. What the hell? Okay. Give me one moment. One moment. I'm gonna grab like okay. This lady right here
I don't need to
exists
type, I don't
across the
think.
okay. I'll leave that right there and I'm gonna grab like the exact panel. So I'm like
What's the point of this one?
I'm
that
about to
you
show
just
you
sent?
right now. I wanna go grab something. I wanna grab an exact panel to prove something. So just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. What was this?
Try typing now, Oppo.
One sec. How do you spell court?
It's what's it called? You said how
I
you
got
spell
it.
court?
I got it. No. Core
Oh, okay.
can, but I got it. I can't type still, Forka. Just go into the scans thing and just give me just put my user
Whoa, why did I
as
get jumped
having
back
exclusive
into it?
access to it.
Then wait, did my thing just close? Oh my god.
Are you
What
grabbing
thing?
something else
I'm
before
pulling
you?
yeah, I'm pulling something else before anything because I'm gonna like explain who Rama Kushna is. So
Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna grab what high hyper is and just post it. Just throw it in
that's
here
fine.
so we can refer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Try now, Oppo.
All right, one sec.
Okay.
Oh, I could type in here now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want to grab the scan that like verbatim states what she is. So
Are you trying to prove how high she can count right now?
yeah, I'm about to show her like her existence would be even like beyond like what that is infinity. So that's what
Beyond what infinity is?
Yes, it would be pretty ridiculous, and just prove how high she can count. Why it'd be
Wouldn't
infinite? She
you
knows
say
infinity.
infinity is like enumerable?
What do you mean? Yeah, it's like
Like that's what you're okay.
go
So then that's
forever.
probably hyperbolic then,
How's
because
that
it wouldn't.
hyper? Wait,
Because
no,
look,
no. That's not
I'm
hyperbolic. That's not
explaining. I'm
hyperbolic.
explaining.
That's not hyperbolic.
Can I explain?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so if she exists above infinity, like you just said, then how is infinity considered enumerable to her?
She's just using a numeral as a way to say infinity.
That's
And then,
why I'm saying. Why doesn't she just say there's an infinite amount of dimensions? Then she's literally
or
stating she can't count how many dimensions there are. Yet
wait,
she's
no, 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 no,
also
no,
above
no, no, no,
infinity.
Oppo. No, that's a big assumption because she's not stating she can't.
What assumption did I make?
She's not stating she can't count how many dimensions there are. She's
Yes,
just
she is.
She's just using a numeral as like a substitute for an infinity. People,
No,
hold up,
she's
wait.
literally.
Let me explain.
Wait.
Let me explain. So,
Oh my god.
so to back up the context like that, obviously she'd be able to count over infinity or understand what infinity is, even as a concept, right? If she's literally a god within the verse who fights dead man, right? And then dead man even states himself, I became a million dead man pulled across an infinite universe. It's actually common knowledge within DC
An
that
infinite universe?
yes, that the universes are infinite.
Okay, I don't care about that. That's not the point you're arguing right now. Infinite
You're not-
universes don't put it at high hyper. Can I explain why
That's
it's
not what I'm
hyperbolic
saying.
now?
I'm okay. I
Well,
just
that's I'm
explained to
just
you
saying why I don't
she'd be
care
able to
that he
count
goes
infinity.
across an infinite
I just
universe.
explained to you. You
Wait,
can just
Oppo.
Yeah.
He's saying. Can you please clarify?
Clarify what?
He's saying that's not what he's saying. So could he
Can you
clarify?
Oh no, I'm
quiet
just saying I
down?
don't care about there being an infinite universe in the
Wait,
first place.
that's not. You're not understanding what I'm saying, though.
Yes, W.
So can
Okay,
you
go
relax
ahead.
for a second? Okay. So if you're like, can't she count to infinity?
Which you agreed she could.
What? Yeah, she could count to infinity or like over
Okay.
that. She understands stuff
Okay.
that be beyond infinity. So
All right.
look, this guy's so wait. So
Can
if we're like, wait, bro. If we're looking
You've been
at
talking this entire time.
Wait,
I
wait,
thought
wait,
you were
Oppo,
making
Oppo,
that.
You know what,
Wait,
bro? I'ma calm down,
Jester chill. Yeah, for sure.
'Cause
So
I
Oppo,
knew he was gonna ape. I knew he was gonna
I'm
ape
not
this debate.
aping.
I knew he was gonna
yeah, I
ape
understand, but just hold on for a second.
I knew
So
it.
How am I aping?
yeah, so wait, so Oppo, I'll explain. So Oppo, he's saying that like regardless, even if you consider it like a long time that he's talking, it doesn't really matter. Like this is a dialectic, and he's talking. It's his platform.
Yeah, but
now.
I'm trying to give my contention
As
to
long
like
as
what
he's
he's
keeping.
been saying.
Wait.
Contention to what?
I'm saying,
Contention to
as
what?
long as wait, Jester,
Contention to
everyone
what?
be quiet. Both of you guys, please chill.
Contention
As
to
long
what?
as Jester is remaining, as long as Jester is remaining relevant to his point and to what he wants and believes he needs to do, then there should be no interruption. Just
So I
like
can
if
go
you were
on
in
a
this situation.
wait. So
Just like if you were in this situation, wait, Oppo. Just like if you were in this situation, if you were remaining relevant to the point and keeping on point, it doesn't matter how. Well, it matters how long, but if it's minutes, bro, then come on.
okay,
Like
all I'm saying is I'd like to push the point as to why I think this is hyperbolic. He keeps going on these
and
random.
I'm saying that regardless of whether you want to push that point, you can push it afterwards,
It's
but that
so
doesn't give you an
extra.
excuse to
Like,
cut
what
in.
is?
It's not extra.
Sure.
You're literally just cutting me
It
off.
is extra.
It's not
Okay,
extra.
You're
but he's
talking
okay.
about,
Jester,
like,
wait, guys.
you're
Hey, every
Explain why it's
you both
extra.
shut up.
He's
Shut up. No.
talking. Hold up.
Jester, Oppo. Both
Jesus
you guys be quiet.
Christ, how are you
Wait.
just
Oh my gosh,
shut
be
up.
quiet. Be
talking,
quiet
not
for a
letting me
second. Chill. No, everyone. Oppo, you said okay. Jester, he said okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's not what I
There we
said.
go.
But okay.
Yep. So do you not think that he should? Never mind. Just chill, please. Can you please just chill, Oppo?
Go ahead,
Listen,
Jester.
I'm your friend.
I'm waiting.
Can you
Okay,
please
shut
shut
up. Everybody shut up.
Thank you.
Everybody shut up. Okay. So you asked me if she could count to infinity. So I'm like, yes, they obviously being able to count to infinity if she fought a dead man, right, who was stretched across an infinite universe and then beat him up while he was stretched across infinite universes. So this would be like an infinite dead man. And as it's consistent in DC that these universes are infinite in size, right? As long as she could perceive that or see that infinity, or even on top of it, just be bigger than it in the first place, the fact that she makes a statement, right, that there's innumerable dimensions, right, in the DC cosmology, I'd say that she's using that in substitute for infinity, because even though the writer who wrote this, when they asked him what he was saying here in specific, he said that
I don't care about that.
I do care about that.
I don't care about what the
I'll
writer
explain
said.
to why it's relevant. Yeah, I'll explain.
Wait, is it? Send me what the writer said.
Yeah,
Send
I'll
that.
send it to you right now.
Like, Can I contend the part about the infinity thing now? Or are you going to keep going on different points?
I'm not. I'm just
You
substantiating
just
my
brought
claim.
it to the writer. I mean, you're bringing up
It's a
multiple things. You're
substantiation for my claim.
shotgunning. Okay, but
I'm
you're
not
bringing up
making different
multiple
points.
substantiations. Yes, you are making different points. You're making different
What?
points to. You're making different points to support the
Okay,
overarching
what's my
point
main
that you're
argument right
making.
now against
Your
your
main
refutation?
argument, you're trying to say that there's
Oppo,
infinite dimensions.
list Oppo instead
Dude,
of just listing that. List all of his main point. I'll list
and
all the points you think.
I don't need you to list anything, Archie.
I was just no. I'm saying you list. I'm saying you should list all the
I'm
points you think.
saying I know what
To
point
get
he's
somewhere.
making right now. I'm trying to
Mhm.
contend. I'm trying to contend the infinite point about Dead Man and why it's hyperbolic.
No.
We can talk about the Dead Man
Reason
thing
to-
first if you want, and then you can go on to your next substantiation.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I literally don't give it. Wait, Jester, you can't just talk for the hour straight and think that you won the debate.
I'm not
You have to
doing
let.
that
You have
at
to
all.
hear my.
I'm
Look,
just
we
aping.
have an hour-long cap on this.
Yeah.
And you keep going point by point by point on these unnecessary rambles. You didn't need to
I'm not
justify to me why
rambling.
she can count to infinity. I want her to count to infinity because I think you're fucking yourself by agreeing to that. Now,
Okay,
can I
Oppo.
explain?
Oppo, what? You literally asked me, can she count to infinity? You asked me to prove it. You retard. So it's
Yes,
not a ramble.
and then we
Oppo,
take
you're
the
actually retarded.
definition
It's
of
not a ramble if I'm
innumerable.
proving that. It's not a ramble if I'm
Oh my
proving that.
god!
What the hell is
If
wrong with
she
you?
can count to
Oh my
infinity,
God.
You guys chill. Guys chill.
can I
Guys try not to spur.
can I
to the
can I
brink.
please give
I'ma
my
pack
contention?
the
Try
Can I
not to spur. Try
This-
not to spur. Keep your calm.
Archie, can you moderate? Can I get my contention?
Pure ape. I'm okay.
So
Can I get my
Jester,
contention?
Jester, I want you to chill, and I just want Oppo. Just yeah.
Holy. Okay, thank you. So, if you agree that she can count to infinity, and you agree innumerable means infinity, then innumerable is obviously hyperbolic to some extent because she can count to what she's saying is innumerable. If you say that she's saying that's infinity,
Okay. Ready? Can I talk now?
I'm done.
Okay. The reason why I said it's not hyperbolic, it's because she's just using innumerable as a substitute to infinity because people could talk to
Why?
me. I'm explaining right now.
Yeah, but wait, but
shut up. No, shut up.
how
I'm
does
explaining.
that
Shut up.
trump my interpretation?
Shut up. I'm about to explain why. Just shut
Okay.
up.
Can you pull the
Okay.
probabilities for them too?
Shut up. The probability. Okay. Hold
Well, I
up.
want to know why yours should
First,
be
hold
taken
up,
as more
hold up,
valid as
hold up,
mine.
hold up. I'm about to explain
Yeah.
why my interpretation is way more valid than yours, anyways. So,
Well, even if it's more
okay,
valid,
can I shut up and
it's
get to the
still-
point now? Can I shut up and get to the point now?
Because
Wait, but even
Oppo, let him finish for a second.
so
Yeah, you're not gonna
retarded.
do
I
that.
can't
You're
even
not
give
gonna
my
do that. You're not gonna
contention.
do that.
Oppo, I'm saying let him.
I'm not
Jester,
gonna do
chill,
what?
guys. Okay, I swear to God, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Oh, guys, I'm not going to continuously.
Over talking me.
I'm not exactly. That's why I'm not allowed miking. I'm just gonna do this. Just as my ability as moderator, I'm gonna do this. I want both of you guys to chill. Jester, I understand it might be frustrating for you. I understand that. And Oppo, I understand where you're coming from also. But I'm saying it'd be more productive if you guys let each other finish. I understand you don't want random going on tangents since you guys only have an hour cap, Oppo, and I understand that. But I'll cut Jester off if I feel like it's going like ad nauseum, or if I feel like it's going over to multiple points and he's shotgunning you. And I'll do the same for you, Jester, if you feel that Oppo's doing that too. But I want Jester to finish because he currently had the
I
mic
have
to
a
talk.
question. Do you think
You're
that I
shooting
like?
at,
Do you think I
shooting
should be
multiple
allowed
arguments at me?
to call out shotgun, or is that
Yeah,
only for
okay.
you to
But I'm
do?
not
Archie?
shotgunning you at all. I didn't even
I'm
do
not
You
it.
can
even-
call
I'm
out
not
shotgun.
saying
You
you're
can call out
shotgunning
shotgun,
me.
and
I'm
I.
asking
You can
a
call.
clarification.
You can call shotgun. I can call shotgun. But I'm saying for now, right now, Jester has the mic. So
Okay, sure.
Oh my God. Thank God. So yes, in the first scan, the interpretation that I gave, right? If you asked me if she could count to infinity and I proved she could count to infinity, right? The way that she says innumerable, she just used innumerable as a substitute to infinite. And so
Okay.
the reason why I believe that to be the case is because when we asked the writer what he meant when he wrote this in the first place, right? His response was this, and I'll post
Can you
it.
send that?
Yes.
Also,
Hold up.
I'm fine with her being able to count to infinity. It would just mean that her statement's flawed because it wouldn't be enumerable. So you know it's not enumerable to her, and you wait. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a
But I'm
question.
on one thing. We can move on that right after. Just give me a second.
Sure. So
And I'm trying to
we're
prove
not
something.
passing
Wait,
by this
I'm
point.
trying to
Then you can
prove
prove
something.
that. Like this
Okay,
is a
I'm trying.
completely different thing about the
So
author
I'm
than
trying
what
to.
we're
I'm
talking
not.
about
It's
the
not a completely
innumerables.
different thing. It has to do with this. I'm on one thing,
Sure.
so I'm trying to move me off. Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
All right. Okay. So when we look at this and then we ask the author and what the author was meant writing here on when her conversation with Deadman, right? So in her conversation with Deadman, he says that it's explicitly stated, right, that every universe has infinite higher spatial and temporal dimensions in the DCU, right? Then we also know, right, that she could perceive or obviously count to infinity, or she'd be above this type of infinity. So she'd be able to know whether something's infinite or not. So when she
Okay.
says innumerable, in my interpretation, right, when she says innumerable and uses it as a substitute for infinite, she's saying infinite based on my substantiation.
Okay. Based on the author thing.
Not based on all my substantiation. She's
Well, the
making
author
it
thing
overly
is what tips
hyperbolic.
it over, and that's why you think yours is more probable, right?
Well, on top of the other scans, but yeah,
Well,
sure.
we'll talk about the other scans later because you wanted to push to the author thing.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Can you send me the whole thread for this?
The whole thread.
Yeah, I'd
'cause-
like to read the conversation.
sure. I mean, what further context would you need? But
Well, I just want to read it,
sure. Let me go.
just in case.
My project.
I also have a question for you, Jester.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Actually, it's more of a statement. I don't think that we should be able to take Twitter tweets as anything valid. You wanna know why?
Why?
You know, it's possible that these authors have ghostwriters for their Twitter accounts, right?
Ghostwriters, you'd have to. Are you like asserting that he has a ghostwriter?
I'm just asserting it's possible, and I think given the possibility of him having a
Why is it
ghostwriter,
possible?
we shouldn't take anything. Okay, you understand what possibility is, right?
I
You
do know,
understand
but
it just
what?
means
But
that
what
something that
led you to
can be
believe
the
it's
case.
possible? But why? Yeah,
What
why
leads me
can't
to
it be the
believe it's
case that Paul
possible?
Jenkins has a ghostwriter?
Sure.
Wait, 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 Jester, let him finish for a second. Explain what
Okay.
what you mean by possibility and stuff.
So, all right. What I mean by a possibility, that it may be the case that he has a ghostwriter. So what I mean by that is you're aware that Paul
Yeah, there you
Jenkins
go.
you're aware that Paul Jenkins has like login information, right?
Login information for his Twitter account.
Like
Everybody
his
does.
password and his username, like that.
Okay.
Okay. So he's login information. We also know he's literate, right? Because
He's
he writes
illiterate.
comics. No, he is literate.
Okay.
He's literate. Like in
Mhm.
the English language. Okay, sure. So he writes comics. So we know he's able to convey his ideas in English, and we also know he's able, or he's in possession of social media information. So I see absolutely no contradiction in Paul Jenkins writing down his social media information and giving it to somebody to ghostwrite on his account. There's no contradiction to that.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll give my problem with that.
okay, sure.
So first, you just completely assume that it's possible that he has a ghostwriter just because he has login information, right? But the problem is, I believe that you'd have to prove.
That's
in
a
the
straw
first-
man.
You're not saying that
Wait.
it's possible. Okay.
You just
Why it's
straw
explain
man.
why. Wait, Oppo, explain why it's a straw man after don't.
Okay, my bad.
I'm just gonna clarify so he doesn't cut me off again. You're just saying it's possible for somebody to log in his account and ghostwrite for him on Twitter because he has
Yeah.
login information, correct?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I said before. So it's not a straw man.
No, that's not what you said. You said I'm assuming that he has a ghostwriter based off of him being able to write down his social media information. I'm not assuming he has
It's
a
the
ghostwriter.
same thing.
No, it's
Okay.
not. I'm not assuming he has a ghostwriter. I'm presenting the possibility of him having a ghostwriter. They're different.
Okay.
Assuming he has a ghostwriter would be me saying he has a ghostwriter
Mhm.
because he can write things down. That's not what I'm saying. That was a straw man. That's all.
Okay. I don't think that was a straw man at all. But
Well,
okay,
you
move
were
on from that. Hold up. To move
you were
on from
misrepresenting
hold
my
up.
point.
To move on.
So
I don't
it
think
is a
I
straw
don't
man.
think
Wait,
I
let
was
him.
wrong.
Wait, Oppo. Let him explain. Let him rebuttal against.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, because pretty much the two things that I repeated, that one that you said was a straw man, and the one that I said after, were pretty much straight up identical. And you
No,
said
they
that
weren't.
yes, they were. And you said
I
that.
explained why they weren't.
Wait, okay,
Oppo,
you're gonna cut me off again.
stop interrupting.
That's whatever. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. So you're just asserting that it's just possible, or going off the assumption that it is possible that he has a ghostwriter. but I'll just present to you an equal interpretation that
I'm not
it's
assuming that it's possible.
Yeah, I
I
think you are.
proved it
I'm about
was
to explain.
possible.
I'm about to explain
I
why it's not.
provided-
Oppo,
Wait, let
Oppo,
me off again.
Oppo.
Let me off
Archie,
Do
you
again.
not
keep
interrupt.
strawmanning me.
I'm not
Oppo,
strawmanning
and
you.
I'm saying that you can, dude, and I'm saying that you can respond after Jester's done.
Sure. I mean, I think that it would be
I'm not
more
strawmanning
productive for
you.
me to interject when he strawmans.
No.
Otherwise, he's gonna keep
It'd be
going on these
no,
rants.
no, no. It'd
No.
be no. It'd be
I'm not going on a
productive for
rant.
you to respond after he's done. And if you feel like he's trying to move on before you can respond or move too quickly before you can react, then you can call that out. But I don't think that it's productive or genuous to cut him off.
I explained why I think it's productive. Because if
And
he's
I've
gonna
explained
continue
why I
on a
think
line
it's
of reasoning-
disingenuous.
Wait, but in that case he'd be continuing on a line of reasoning that's misrepresenting my point. So he's just
No,
he's
no,
not
no.
even he's not
Wait,
even
wait, wait.
contending what I'm
Oh,
saying.
no.
That's
I
a
said
rant.
that if I said this is what I said. I said that if he's trying to move on too quickly beside or well, like during his current
Well, I
rebuttal,
don't
if he's
care
trying to
about
move on
speed.
quickly before you can't respond, it doesn't matter what you care about. It's not just what you care about. You guys are both debaters.
No, but my contention isn't that he's zooming past my points. My problem is he's attacking an argument I'm not making, so I feel the need to interject so he doesn't
my
continue
God.
attacking
So
that
can I
argument.
No, do you
explain,
want-
or are you gonna keep interrupting?
Yeah,
me? Or
you
I
can
explain
go
everything
ahead. You
that
can
I'm
go ahead.
talking about? Because
Yeah,
before I
go
even
ahead.
start
Thank
a
you.
sentence, you cut me off.
I don't cut you off before you start a sentence. I cut you off
Oh
after
my
you start.
gosh,
what I
guys, stop
mean?
bickering about stupid things. Just
I'm gonna
gesture, continue.
with the debate. I'm gonna continue with the debate because I'm gonna continue.
Mhm.
So
Tell him to
all I'm
stop.
asserting is I think you're just going off the assumption that it's possible because I'll just provide to you an equal interpretation where it's just not possible that he has one in the first place. So
So you're
right
saying
now-
it's impossible for him to have a ghostwriter?
yes,
Just a clarification question.
yes,
Also,
I don't think it's possible, and I'm about to explain why.
okay, wait, before you say that, do you mind if I address what you just said because I think you strawmanned me right there?
How did I strawman you?
I'm not assuming the possibility. I've provided you what makes it possible. And I've explained to you we have a literate author that has social media information within his possession. I'm not making any baseless assumption.
Okay,
You did not negate either of those factors.
I'm
So
about
I'm not
to. Okay,
assuming
so
a
I'm about to.
possibility.
Okay, I'm about
Either
to.
way,
So
I'm
can I
not
continue?
assuming a possibility.
Okay, I think you are. So can I continue?
Okay, you didn't justify why you think I'm assuming a
I'm
possibility.
about to right now. So if you shut up for like 10
Well, that's
seconds.
not what you said you were going to do.
Okay,
You said you were going to prove it's impossible.
up, or are you gonna let me debate you?
That's an argument.
Hey, guys, everyone chill. Hey, both of you guys chill. Both of you guys chill. Both of you guys chill. Please, 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 guys, both chill. I'm saying this. How about, okay,
And my
Do you mind
recording
if I-
How about-
off too.
We have recordings.
for
We have other
productive reasoning,
recordings,
can
don't
you
worry.
please let,
Are you gonna
for
continue
productive
to interrupt
reasoning,
me?
for productive, Jester, please hold on. Please hold on. For productive reasoning, I'm saying, do you just want to let Oppo quickly, like, cut?
What?
Because it's just clarification again.
Archie, your mic has been
Yeah,
baked for a while. Can you fix it up real quick?
What does it sound like?
It cuts out like at random occasions, and it's kind of low.
Oh, my bad. Well, it doesn't cut out. I'm gonna push to talk, but also my bad. I'm gonna push to talk so my like background noise doesn't drown them. But I'm saying, can both of you guys please chill? I think Oppo should cut in for a bit, just for clarification's sake, Jester. I'm not saying for him to just move on or cut in to present a new point or a new refutation, but
Wait,
just
what
for
do you want?
clarification's sake.
Wait, Archie. What do you want me to interject for? I told him like why what he was saying was flawed already. Like he was. I just explained.
Okay, so that means there's no need. So that means you don't. So that means okay, good. So that means
so
no
we
need
don't
for.
have our
Yeah,
misunderstanding
no
of
need
what's
for interrupting. Yeah, for sure. So no
Yeah.
need for interrupting nothing. Okay, cool. So if you
Yeah,
interrupt
so he can.
again,
So
you off and say for him to finish.
okay, yeah, Jester. So you
Okay,
can go ahead
so
and prove
Jester
why it's
needs to finish.
impossible for him to have a ghostwriter.
Okay. Yeah, just let him go.
All right. So the real reason here. So if I look, oh my bad, I just knocked something over. Give me a second. Yeah. So from what you presented, we have a writer that's literate, writes all his own comic books, and then goes and takes control of his Twitter account or opens up a Twitter account. So now you're saying that it's possible that he has a ghostwriter on his Twitter account because he has a login, correct?
And he's capable of writing in English, but also
Wait. I want to get to something.
I
Let's just get
never
to-
agreed
want
that
you to
he
elect-
wrote all of his comics by himself. So you'd
Okay,
have to
that's
prove
fine.
that.
I don't.
That was baseless.
Okay. So
You could drop it then.
I'm not gonna drop it, but I'm gonna
Okay,
continue
then prove it.
Okay. I'm about to explain something where I was. You're just throwing like multiple things at me. So can I explain
No,
something?
you made
The
a
reason why I
positive
asked you-
assertion, and I'm asking you to
okay,
prove it.
okay.
How about this?
I'm
So
about to
Jester, so Jester, continue and then prove your positive assertion,
Yes, that's
and just
what I'm
like you know,
trying to do.
substantiate.
That's what I'm trying to
Okay,
do.
Okay,
so
so
if
yeah,
he
Oppo,
presents
so you
more
should have.
positive assertions, I'm going to call him out for shotgunning me.
I'm not gonna shotgun you because it's the same thing.
You
that
can
you
call him
feel
out for shotgunning, but that's only like if he makes points and stuff like that, which I understand what you mean, Oppo. But for this
Okay.
sake, though, he needs to continue, and then he
Okay,
can prove his
that's fine.
assertions that you're calling on him. Cool.
Okay.
That's fine.
Alrighty then. So the reason why I asked you, right? So you're going off the thing that it's possible because he has a login, correct? Because somebody
Wait,
could sign in.
Can you repeat that? I was writing down my
You're
question
going-
to you, so I don't forget it.
Okay.
Because you're ignoring it.
I'm not ignoring it because. Okay, calm. You're going off the thing that it's possible that he has a ghostwriter because he has login info and he's literate, correct?
Yeah, and I just think that those are reachable conditions that could contribute to like an event's realization. So
Okay.
I think that's
So,
like grounds for it being possible.
I'm about to explain something. Why do you think that just because he has login info, why would that mean that he as a person would give his login info to somebody to sign in for? Because I
I didn't say it's probable. I didn't say he would. I said he could.
Okay, but I'm asking you, since you're saying it's a possibility, I don't think he would because he is an author.
I don't care if he would.
I'm about to give it. Okay.
I'm saying I think he could.
Wait, stop talking. I'm about to give an equal interpretation that you're saying that he could. And now I'm saying that he wouldn't because he's a literal writer that writes his comics. Now, do you want?
I think you're diverting from.
Wait, I'm not because I'm connecting it to the main thing that you asked me and you wanted me to prove in the first place. Now I just
I wanted you to prove. No, I wanted you to prove that he wrote absolutely everything with no assistance, like you asserted.
What do you mean with no assistance?
Because you said he writes all of his things. So do you think he doesn't get help? Do you think he doesn't have like any type of ghostwriter at all?
No, there's no ghostwriters. Do you know
why not?
You want to define what a ghostwriter is?
You can define it if you want.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna find an exact definition that we could just go off of. Okay. The definition for ghostwriter is a person whose job it is to write material for somebody else who is the named author.
I already posted it.
You posted it? Okay. So a person who is the job to write material for somebody who's the named author, correct? So he's writing in substitute for that person.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's possible he has people that write for him.
Okay. So now we're going off of like the main question. You want me to prove to you that he's wrote all the comics that he's written before, right?
He's wrote all the comics that he's written?
Yes.
No. I asked you to prove that he's wrote all the comics that are in his under his name.
Okay. Do you not know there could be extra authors that write alongside somebody?
Okay, great. That was my point though.
But that's not a ghostwriter.
No, but I was just because you said he writes everything that he's published.
Okay, yeah, he writes alongside other people, but he could have solo runs.
So he doesn't write a lot like by himself what's published by him.
Okay, I'll show you that right now.
But also, like aside from that, you haven't disproven the possibility of him having a ghostwriter. The ghostwriter doesn't have to be public, by the way. You know, Drake's ghostwriters weren't public till he got exposed.
Okay, so I don't care.
It's just an analogy. Oh, but it was an analogy, so you're just gonna dismiss my analogy.
I am gonna dismiss it right now because Drake's a whole rapper who
doesn't matter.
Okay, you're gonna cut me off again, or are you gonna just let me actually?
I'm saying it doesn't matter if he's a rapper.
Okay, Oppo, let him finish.
Okay.
Okay, it's not analogous because Drake is a rapper and he's somebody who needed assistance in writing these type of songs because he just couldn't himself, which is why he hired ghost rappers with his money.
Okay, and I'm asking you.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh my god.
And I'm not going on a ramble, so I'm just trying to explain something.
Oppo, you need to wait, hold on, Oppo, you need to
He's strawmanning my point again.
I'm not.
Okay,
The
and
only
as I said,
point-
and as I said, and as I said earlier, same logic apply. Bro, chill.
That's
As I said
argumentative.
earlier, same lo. Oh my God, shut up! As I said earlier, logic still applies. You can like say afterwards, and you can say afterwards, hey, I want to clarify, okay? But until then, you need to
Got you.
and let
Got
let
you,
him
got
finish.
you,
You know
got
what I mean?
you.
Yeah, bro.
Got you.
Okay.
What were you saying, Jester?
Why did you? Okay,
Why'd
first
you
off,
ban
Coco, why do you
Ace?
ban Ace? Are you retarded?
Okay, red herring.
Give me a second.
Let's
You
The
don't
continue.
want to
reasoning I banned
too.
Ace.
Stop. It's Oppo. You gotta chill, bro. Let me unban him.
I'm unbanning him. Chill. It was for a joke. Chill. I'm unbanning him.
I'm sorry. All right. Can we get back on track?
Yes. Okay. So the reason why I think it's disanalogous is because not only is Drake a rapper, which is an entire different like type of literary art that he needed assistance for in the first place, he's been exposed for having these ghostwriters, right? So it's just the case that Drake needed ghostwriters to be successful. So now we know that, and we know that for a fact, right? That he hired these ghostwriters with his money because he needed them to like be successful, like write these songs. Now that would be different because it's
You're
entirely
going ad
literary.
nauseum.
I'm not going ad nauseum. Now I'm about to
You just
explain
said the
why.
same thing twice.
I'm about to explain why it's different from writing comics. I'm not going ad nauseum because I'm connecting it to something
This
else.
is
I'm not-
like so excess because he's not
it's not
even
excess.
like
I'm not
you're
circulating.
not
Wait, but
addressing the point of my
guys,
analogy
I
at
need you
all.
both to chill. I need you both to chill. Okay. He said that he was going to go on to explain, meaning if maybe you listen to his explanation, then maybe you'll find some relevancy or correlation.
Yeah, that's.
Whoa,
I guess
right?
that's my
I
fault,
wonder if
Archie.
that's
But you have
crazy.
to.
Whoa.
Jester, shut up. I'm talking to
If
the
you
mod.
actually
Okay.
listen to what I
So
was saying and stop cutting me off.
Wait,
Whoa.
just
you're
hold on.
speaking
Wait,
over me. It's
he-
argumentum ad baculum. Okay, Archie. What I was saying was Archie. What I was saying. Hold up, bro. What I was saying was like
that was. I'm
Drake
so
on
sorry, but
Drake.
that was so
Bro,
new to you, bro.
I can't, bro, I can't not laugh. All right, what I was saying
Okay,
was
but
like
yeah.
off of what I heard, like before he said he was going to continue clarifying, he repeated what he was saying twice. That's all. That's
Okay,
why I said it
but
ad
okay,
nauseam. You have to
okay,
understand, like
but okay,
on
but
impulse.
when you
That's
think
why I
about it,
brought it up.
yeah, but when you think about it, now he's saying he's going to explain something new, and you don't know.
So it's cool for him to continue now because it's an
So you got,
extrapolation.
yeah,
of what he
that's what I'm saying. So you got to be quiet.
cut me
That's what I'm
off,
saying. So
bro.
you got to be quiet and
Yeah,
let
I
him
was just
finish.
slipping in that fallacy because his reasoning's pretty.
Okay, but if you do that, like I'm not gonna keep on like interrupting you. I'm gonna eventually just mute and how you
Yeah, it's just
That's
ridiculous.
fine.
Okay.
if this
So
keeps
yeah, so-
happening.
So now, since it's an entirely different literary art, and we know that these are two completely literary arts, right? So now he writes comics. Now we have a comic writer who you agree is literate, correct? Oppo?
Can I talk, or are you gonna spare out when
I'm
I open my
asking you a
mouth?
question.
Yeah, I agreed he was literate.
Okay. So now we agree he's literate. And I've made an assertion that Drake needed help writing these songs, which is why he hired ghostwriters.
Are you done?
Correct? I'm just asking you something. Like,
Oh, that's
so
why
I'm
you
like,
think Drake had a ghostwriter.
That's what I'm asserting.
Okay,
Because he needed help, so he hired ghostwriters.
I don't care.
Okay, so you're not gonna address that. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
can I
okay,
address
so
it now,
that's-
or are you gonna spurg out
I'm
when I open my
explaining
mouth?
something. That's why I was asking you questions. So look, that's why I was just
Wait,
asking
so
you
I
simple
can
questions.
respond then. I'm gonna
Wait.
respond with this.
Wait, don't respond. I'm not done. I was trying to get somewhere, buddy.
You
Like,
keep
hello?
You
asking
can
multiple
respond when he's
questions.
done.
Yeah,
You
but I
can
disagree with
respond
one of the.
these
This is
questions.
so
I'm
irrelevant.
questioning you. They're not irrelevant to the
If you
You're
disagree,
fine.
oh my god, if you disagree with the question, then simply say no.
Okay, I'm
I don't
simply
agree.
You just
saying.
said I don't care.
This
You
is
didn't
such a
address it.
tangent.
Okay, it's not
I'm
a
saying
tangent,
that's what you
because that
think.
proves
Oh
That's
my
fine.
god,
disanalogous.
bro.
No,
Okay,
it doesn't
These
prove it's
niggas are so
disanalogous.
ape.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You,
Wait,
oh my god.
Please,
No,
Archie,
no, shut up. No, let me talk. No, let me speak. No, let me
I
speak.
don't want
No,
Archie modding
let me
anymore.
speak.
I don't want
No,
Archie modding.
let me
I don't want
speak.
Archie
Let
modding.
me speak. Let me speak. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
You're not
You will
helping
understand.
me. I'm
Yes,
trying
I
to
am.
speak.
Yes, I am.
What
So
is
let me
this,
speak.
bruh?
Shut up. You keep asking me like what? Like, do you just not want your mod to help? Are you
Dude.
Jesus Christ? No, as I was saying, I understand your point, Oppo, but I'm saying he needs to continue. And once he's done, then you can continue. And once he's done, then he can continue. And if he feels going ad nauseum, then that means you guys can go.
Okay, Archie. You must have missed what Jester said because you were spurging.
Go ahead.
He said, due to Oppo's answers, I proved that this was disanalogous.
That's what I was trying to get you. But you kept
And I was
interrupting me.
trying to say, okay, great, now can I finally attack the end of this point? Like, if he got to what he was trying to say, can I finally attack it? Because he's been going on the same point for like 20 minutes now.
I'm saying that if you claim that due to this is disanalogous, shouldn't this mean that he?
Okay.
But you keep
So
cutting out.
first off-
Okay,
so
can I
Like,
address?
unless you agree.
Hold up. I'm trying to explain something. So can the both of
Can I-
you retards stop aping out with each other?
I think you're more
I am
retarded than
Trying to
I am.
help. I'm trying to help both of you guys.
Hold up. My dad is calling me.
I'm saying, like, dude, Oppo, I'm trying to help you. Okay, I'm saying that if you continuously go like this, realistically, not only is the chat gonna go against you, which it already is right now, but regardless, you guys aren't gonna get to a general consensus, and that's gonna make the judge's job.
Spurged on. I don't know how. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's quote unquote making the
When
chat
Jester, do you notice?
not be
Do you
on my
notice when
side. I don't
Jester?
really
Do you
care
notice?
about
Do you
that
notice when
anyways.
Jester? Do you notice when Jester spurts? Then I overtalk him and be like, "No, you need to let
He's
Oppo."
not spurging though. He just keeps going on rants. Like that whole thing, Archie, it didn't address what I was saying at all, and you didn't let me intervene. So we just wasted like 20 minutes.
I'm
That's what I'm
saying
saying. Like
that
none of
you
that
can't
addressed the
specifically
ultimate point of
interrupt.
my
Oh my
analogy.
god. Okay, hold on. Someone stop adding Groovy up here. Jesus Christ, you're such a freaking nerd.
Yeah.
But basically, that's what I'm saying. Oh my god, I'm just gonna ignore it. Basically, I'm saying, Lopo, that when someone's speaking, this is within following dialectic, you have to let them speak unless an ad nauseum's called. Or you cut in for
Okay.
clarification. Like I said earlier to Jester, I said, don't you think it'd be beneficial if Oppo cuts in for a clarification?
Okay,
So
how
it's
is it
not that I'm going against you, it's not that I'm against both of you. Personally,
Okay,
I'm friends with both of you, but I'm
Yeah.
saying you both
Can I
need
ask you
to
a question?
chill.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
How is it not progressive for me to intervene when he's attacking something that I'm not arguing and he stays attacking that thing for 15 minutes? And every time I try and say that's not what I'm arguing, you spurg on me and say, let him finish.
That's not the case. That's not what I've been doing. I'm
No, but
saying
that's
that
what's
when you...
happening right now.
Oh my gosh, that's literally not what's happening. When I say for you to cut in for clarification, you cut in, and when I say... Bro, Oppo, or not Oppo, Oppo, Jester, and Forco, get your chat, it's spamming.
I don't care.
I'm gonna lock
What
it.
the heck?
How does it matter?
You're
I'm
locking
trying to
it.
moderate it.
Or not even locking, just mute people who are doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyways.
Just scroll up and find these.
Yeah,
But basically,
yeah.
what I was
Explain
saying...
yourself. Just explain yourself.
AFK.
Archie, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to like keep hearing you explain shit because like we only have an hour because Jester doesn't want to prolong it any longer.
No, I understand. Continue.
About to end in like when do we start this debate, by the way?
I don't know. I think the hour cap is kind of stupid at this point though because like
Okay, so it's been 39 minutes.
Yeah, I'll
39
explain.
minutes, okay.
It hasn't even been an hour of us debating. Most of it's been me and Archie arguing about what's correct in the moderation.
Okay, I don't care, man. This is why, like, in the first place, I just didn't want to like debate you, but then I agreed to do it to open up Crawquin Hall. After this, obviously, we're gonna continue events, but I'll go straight to the point now. So,
Okay.
to explain myself, I just said that point as what I was trying to reach. I was trying to get it to be like disanalogous. That's the point I was trying to get to, which is why I was asking you questions, right, and clarifications, because I was about to get to something. I wasn't going ad nauseum. I wasn't going on a tangent because I was staying close to the debate, and I was about to prove why comparing Drake having ghostwriters to this author would be disanalogous. That's all I was trying to do, but you just kept interrupting me.
Can I rebut that now?
Okay, go ahead.
Can I attack that entire argument that you just gave about the disanalogous part?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
didn't-
Yeah, you can. I'm saying you can. You can.
Yeah. Jester, you didn't attack what I was saying at all. The point of my analogy was that ghostwriters can be kept private. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying that these two's ghostwriters are analogous or identical. All I was bringing up was it's possible that Paul Jenkins has a ghostwriter, and we know Drake has ghostwriters. Now, from Drake's ghostwriters, we know that it's possible that ghostwriters are kept private. They don't require publicity. That's all I was arguing. I wasn't saying that these two ghostwriters are doing the same fucking thing. They obviously have different professions. If one's a music writer and one's a literature writer, like writing comics.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. So use the analogy of we know Drake has ghostwriters. So then, like, because Drake could have ghostwriters and they stay in secret, that it's possible that, you know, Paul Jenkins has ghostwriters. Now, I'm going to get straight to the point of, like, why I don't think Paul Jenkins has ghostwriters. One of the reasons is because Paul Jenkins would have no need to have a ghostwriter in the first place to write comics for him, since you've already agreed he's literate. Correct?
Somebody can be literate, but they could still need assistance in
Okay.
writing things. Would you like to
Yeah.
get the definition of literate?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Literate just means able to read and write. I think Drake is able to read and write, and I think
Yeah,
he
but
has
Drake-
ghostwriters.
All right, but you didn't listen to what I said before about Drake. I said Drake, like, it was necessary for Drake to have ghostwriters because he needed the help.
Well,
He
it wasn't
doesn't-
necessary.
Well, that's what I said before, and I asked you, and you just
No,
ignored it.
I said
Yes, you did.
that's-
Get the recording. Yeah, get the recording.
Wait.
I asked you about that before.
What are you
And you just
even
ignored it.
attacking right now?
About the recording. Who else was
Yeah.
recording?
Hold on, hold on,
Um,
hold on.
So
I'm not contending that.
wait. So I asked you. So do you not think it's like necessary? Oh no, not that. Do you not think like Drake needed the ghostwriters, which is why I brought up that situation? He just didn't refute it at all. That
The
Drake
reason he
needed-
has ghostwriters. Wait, why? I'll just backtrack on that if that's
Yeah,
what I agreed then.
You gonna backtrack on it?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I'll just say like it's not an absolute necessity.
Well, I'm just saying that Drake hired the ghostwriters because he needed them.
I don't think he needed them. I think it just was a good decision for his career, for progressing his career.
Well,
I don't think it has anything to do with
assert,
necessity.
yeah, I'll just assert that he did need them because without those ghostwriters, he would be nothing.
Can you prove that all of his songs that were written that are good had no influence besides him?
What do you mean?
Every single song you just asserted, every single song that Drake has been ghostwritten or
That's not what I
ghostwritten.
said.
Well, then he would have some type of success without
Wrong.
ghostwriters.
No, not necessarily because of
Well, he'd still have a
I'll
career.
explain.
He'd still have a
Yeah, he still-
discography.
Well, look. He still have like, for example, obviously he still have a music career, but if he
He
had
was conceded.
I said he has a music career.
Yeah.
What did
So
I
it wasn't
concede to?
necessary. So it wasn't necessary for
Wait,
him to
let him
publish
finish.
music.
Oppo, bro, you're making my job harder. Just please let him finish.
Like-
Like I understand your. I understand. I understand. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand you're
I
claiming
got it, I
concession.
got
I
it.
have nothing to do with that. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not conceding at all because all I'm saying is that if Drake had to like hire ghostwriters or hired ghostwriters in the first place, that means that they had to perform something that he couldn't do. So in that way, I just say that yeah, he did need the ghostwriters to become successful in his career. So now, do we want to go through like the threads of like the ghostwriter exposure
Okay.
and how long
Can I
he's
ask you
been
a
getting
question?
ghostwritten for?
Can I ask you a question?
Wait, did you not hear what I just
Can I
said?
ask you a question
About what?
about the whole point about the ghostwriters that you just brought up?
Go ahead.
Okay. So your original assertion was that it was
Mhm.
necessary for Drake to have ghostwriters, right?
Okay.
Okay.
He
And then
needed
I
them.
said, well, that's not true. You'd have to prove every single one of his songs is ghostwritten. Otherwise, he wouldn't have a discography without ghostwriters. You'd be correct. Then you said, oh, that's not what I said. He'd obviously have some music that hasn't been influenced by ghostwriters. He just wouldn't be at the point where he is right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? You
Okay.
conceded.
That's not a concession because
Yes,
we're
it
talking.
is. Look,
It's not.
I'll
Wait,
explain.
Oppo,
You're
no,
cutting me off.
I want to.
You're
No,
cutting me off.
you just told me it's a
Archie, he's
concession,
cutting
so
me
I'd like
off,
to
Archie.
respond.
Well, I'd like to explain why it's a concession.
You just did.
No, I didn't.
Wait. He
did,
says
you
that
just-
that means he has an either A, an extrapolation, or B, he wants to furthermore explain and
Go
Yeah.
he
ahead.
wasn't
If
fully
he says
done.
the same
Okay.
thing,
It would be like appropriate for him to
Oh, if
continue.
I say this,
If he says the
that
same thing, then
sounds
I'll stop him.
familiar, Jester. Anyways, what I'm saying is it's a concession because if he would still have a discography without his ghostwriters, then they're not necessary for his career. Okay? That's all I was arguing.
Okay. So if we were talking about earlier about whether like Drake would be successful now without his ghostwriters, do you not agree somebody could be like have a music career and not be successful?
Oh, but that's why I asked you to prove that all of his successful songs were ghostwritten.
Okay, so that's why I said, do you want to go through like before you ask me the question? I
Well,
literally
first-
a- wait,
well,
stop,
first-
wait, stop, shut up.
Well,
That's
you already
why I-
gave this
Stop,
question.
wait, you don't even know what I'm about
Okay,
to tell
go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's why I asked you before. Do you want to go through like the ghostwriter exposure and get into like the specifics of what was ghostwritten?
Well, before we do that, I'd like to set a benchmark for success.
Okay, what's your benchmark for success?
No, I'm asking you what the benchmark for success is, because you're the person that
You said
asserted that
you
you're
said
the
you'd like to
person.
set a benchmark for success.
I'd like one to be clarified so we can progress. Otherwise,
Okay.
success is pretty arbitrary, and I'll say him hitting 10K is
Right.
successful. If that's okay with you, then we can continue. And I'm
If
sure
hitting
Drake has a
10K,
song
10K what?
that has 10K views or 10K plays, and I would just consider him successful. And then
Why
you'd
would I be
lose
successful
because
in the
I'm
music
sure he
industry?
has one that's not influenced by ghostwriters.
Okay, do you now want to argue on what's successful in the music industry?
I'm just asking you what you consider to be successful for Drake.
So he's basically asking for a specific standard to be put up so you guys don't end up bickering over this success, and stuff like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
sure. I'll go grab what I think would be a good baseline for like success.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
pull
what
up
is it?
Drake's discography.
I hope you know, Forco, that you can also cut in. So
He's not moderating. He said.
Drake's most
I'm
played
like
song.
away from my computer most of the time. I'm doing chores around the house while listening.
Drake's top 40.
are
Wait, do you
you
want to just
even
go
listening
through?
then?
Wait, do you want to just do this, Jester? Do you want to just go through the
What?
top 40 songs played, and then we can just go one by one and see if they're ghostwritten?
Sure.
Okay. I would like to question something before we
How
go
long
on
is
this
this
because it's
de-
going to take a
hold up.
while.
First off, how long has the debate been going for?
I was just
About the
about to
music.
ask you, like, we can.
I just checked. It's been 47 minutes.
Okay. So I'm about to ask you something, Jester.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This original point was on whether or not Paul Jenkins possibly has ghostwriters, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So through this, all I was asserting that was that we see some musicians, some writers have ghostwriters. The ghostwriters just don't require publicity. That's all I'm saying. Ghostwriters don't require publicity. Before we go on this whole rant, I want you to understand that that's my overarching point, and we don't have to go on this if you don't disagree with the fact that ghostwriters don't require publicity.
So the thing that I wanted to get to, using music writers as like an analogy for like comic creators, I think it'd be better if you provided an analogy of comic writers who have ghostwriters.
Okay.
That'd be way better.
Okay. So I'll explain something to you. I'm not comparing the jobs of the ghostwriters. I'm just saying
Mhm.
that these people that are writing in lieu of the person that it's being published under,
Uh-huh.
those people don't require publicity. I don't think I need to show somebody that's a literary ghostwriter in order to prove that the job that is labeled ghostwriter doesn't require publicity.
So
I've showed you a
yeah, this is why
ghostwriter,
we
and I've
gotta go
showed you
off
that
of
this
this.
ghostwriter isn't public.
Yeah, and then we went off of the fact that I said Drake needed the ghostwriters. You disagreed, and we're about to go through the top 40 songs because
Yeah, and
I
I'm
brought
saying
up.
that's irrelevant.
Wait, it's not irrelevant because I brought up how the writer is literate and would have no need for ghostwriters. Therefore, he wouldn't hire any ghostwriters.
The writer is literate, and therefore, he doesn't need ghostwriters, right?
Yes.
So you're arguing that because somebody is able to read and write, they
Mhm.
don't need a ghostwriter. It makes it impossible for Paul Jenkins to have a ghostwriter due to him being literate.
Yes.
Correct?
Skill for comics. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just get you another example. One sec.
Thank you.
Although I think that this one, like, there's nothing wrong with this one. So actually, I'm not even going to give you another example. I'll just prove why it's possible because that's all I'm arguing anyways. I think that hold up. One sec. I think that it is not an unreachable condition that would contribute to this event's realization for Paul Jenkins to have a ghostwriter and still be able to read and write. Maybe, let me explain. Maybe his literary skills just aren't as the person that's writing for him, and it just comes down to skill metric, right? It doesn't have anything to do with whether or not he can write or read, right? Yeah, write or read. It just comes down to which one's more skillful and which one would be more beneficial for his career and beneficial for the series in
Okay.
general.
Do we want to like expand upon whether you think Paul Jenkins is a skillful writer?
I don't need to. I'm saying that the hypothetical ghostwriter here is just more skillful than Paul. As skillful as he is, the hypothetical ghostwriter is just more skillful.
Okay.
That's all. So he can be like on a scale of 1 to 10, he could be a 9 out of 10 skillful writer. I would consider him like top 10 writers, blah, blah, blah. His ghostwriter is just better
So now
in
we'd
this
have to go into
hypothetical.
the mind. Yeah, we'd have to go into the mind of Paul Jenkins, him and as a person. So if we're like now during this hypothetical saying that Paul Jenkins is a 9 out of 10 writer, why would Paul Jenkins, just because he saw somebody better than him, hire a ghostwriter for his money if he could already make good comics? That'd make no sense.
Because the comics are going to be better in this case. And this is all possibility, by the way. I'm not
So
arguing
he's
this
from
is
him. Yeah, I know.
actuality.
These are whole
So,
hypotheticals. So now
so
we'd have to dive. Is Paul Jenkins that type of person?
what do you mean?
Is Paul Jenkins that type of person to see somebody
Possibly.
better? Possibly. Why is that possible?
Because it's possible that he can acknowledge skill that's better than his, and it's also possible that he's looking out for the better outcome for his company.
Okay, so the thing that I'm talking about here is how do I explain? So the reason why I don't think you could just say it's possible. Now we need to. That's why I said we need to dive into the mind of Paul Jenkins and how he is as a person. So the reason why we need to dive into the mind of Paul
I don't
Jenkins
think
is
we
because
do.
if he's not the type of person like Drake to hire a ghostwriter because they're just better lyricists than him, if he sees somebody who's just a better writer than him, he could just at the same time, it's my equal interpretation, just say that, oh man, that guy's a good writer, acknowledge him, but keep writing his own works. That's
You prove it's an equal interpretation.
Yes, it is.
Why?
Okay, I'll explain why. Because you just gave a possibility that Paul Jenkins would just hire a ghostwriter because he's a 9 out of 10 and the hypothetical ghostwriter would be a 10 out of 10.
Oh, he doesn't have to be a 9 out of 10.
Well,
All I said was he can be.
Wait.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
going off
that's
the
not a part
hypothetical.
of the hypothetical. I just brought up that as an example. Like
Okay, but
he can just. We'll just say.
I'm just making it hypothetical. Look, it's fine.
We'll just say he's a good writer.
Just let me finish what I was explaining. Just let me finish what I was explaining and
Sure.
why it's an equal interpretation, so we don't just keep dragging on the debate. That's
Doesn't
literally a
matter if it's an
DC
equal
debate.
interpretation.
It doesn't matter if it's an equal interpretation. You don't care.
We can just steel man whether or not it's an equal interpretation real quick, so I can finish what I'm saying.
Okay, then continue. Equal interpretation.
Okay. Yeah. So all the point is that he's a good writer. He acknowledges a better writer, and he thinks to himself in this hypothetical, hiring this writer would be more beneficial to the DC like comic storyline. So
Wait,
I'm going to get this guy's help.
Interpretation is what are you arguing right now?
I'm just arguing that it's possible that he has a ghostwriter.
Wait, if I just gave an equal interpretation to your argument as to why he wouldn't hire a ghostwriter, and you're still
gonna leave it at that,
and you're still and you just steelmanned it, and you're still arguing why he would have a ghostwriter. What are you doing?
Okay, I think the fact that there's an equal interpretation as to what this is enough grounds to dismiss the validity of the scan. Because what you just did was you just conceded that it's possible that he is a ghostwriter. And that's all I was arguing. Well, you said that your interpretation was an equal interpretation, and your interpretation was that he doesn't have a ghostwriter. So if they're equal interpretations and you're arguing he doesn't have a ghostwriter, then you just agreed that it's possible that he does have a ghostwriter.
Suspension of judgment, so there's no point to be made.
A suspension of judgment on what?
Okay, so if we both have equal interpretation and it can't be judged on whether or, and your entire stance is that it's possible for him to have a ghostwriter, I give an argument of why it's impossible for him to have a ghostwriter, and you just agree that we have equal interpretations. There's no.
Well, it's not impossible. You agreed that it's possible. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an equal interpretation, and you already agreed it's an equal interpretation.
I'm telling you, wait, Oppo. If I'm arguing, right, that he won't have a ghostwriter. You're arguing that he does have a ghostwriter, and we both stalemate or stick at an equal interpretation, and you agree to that, then we can't go with your side of it, because then that's just a suspension of judgment. I'm
not trying to assert that we should go with my side. I'm saying the possibility alone is enough to dismiss the validity of an author tweet that's unpublished. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So are you?
Why would we take an author tweet as valid if he possibly has a ghostwriter? That's retarded as shit. You can't verify that he actually wrote that.
Suspended judgment on.
Do you want to conclude?
No, I'm about to explain something. Then I'll conclude.
You've already conceded. Like, this is so excess.
Wait. Let him explain.
That's just retarded. We didn't concede to anything, because if your whole stance is that it's possible, right? And I'm saying that's not the case, and we just had equal interpretation, and we butted heads on that, and then there's a suspension of judgment. Then you just went off again, even though there's a suspension of judgment there, and then said, well, then it just still be possible. That's literally what you're doing.
My God. There'd only be a suspension of judgment if I was trying to assert one possibility over the other. I'm not doing that. I'm saying it's merely possible. Jester. I'm not saying this is the case. If
Thank
it's merely possible, right, that this is the case, and it's also possible that this isn't the case, then based on what I've presented, we should not take this scan as anything valid.
Okay. So the reason why the scan doesn't get attacked at all and why we should take it as valid in the first place, because I gave an equal interpretation to your stance, which stalemates it.
You're going ad nauseum.
That's not ad nauseum. I'm just
You're
elaborating.
saying the same thing again, and it's not countering my contention.
Stop cutting me off.
That's
I'm going to explain.
That's argumentum ad baculum. Stop loud
You're cutting
miking
me
me.
off. You're cutting me off.
Stop loud miking me.
You're cutting me off.
I'm not cutting you off.
Yes, you
This
are.
is what I think. This is what I think, guys. This is what I think. So,
Oh,
Oppo, if you think it's okay, hold on, Joe, please.
Oh,
If you think it's ad nauseum, you can call that and give reasoning for it. That is a part of dialectical format for you to give reasoning for ad nauseum.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my reasoning is that he's just been saying that we quote unquote stalemate on this point because they're equal interpretations this whole time. He's completely ignoring the fact that I'm saying that's enough for my point to push through. Let's say our interpretations are equal. Let's say that there's as much probability that he does have a ghostwriter as there is that he doesn't have a ghostwriter. That's enough grounds to dismiss the Twitter tweet. And that's all I'm saying. And he's not getting the point. It's like it's going right over his head every single time I say it, and he keeps rebutting it with utter nonsense.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I don't like you again. You can call it nauseum, but again, your judge, like, I don't know where he is right now. I can't make any claims because I'm not judge. I'm simply a moderator. So
Here, I'll put
there
Forco
isn't
up.
really any like point. Yeah, okay. So if Forco wants to say something and comment on that and say if it is or isn't or whether Jester should like continue, that's fine. But until then, then there's no point in doing that
Got you.
because no one can
I think we
remember
should
whether it's ad
conclude
nauseum or not.
personally.
Can I respond?
I understand, but
Whoever
Jester feels
in
like there's more.
chat,
Jester
Forco,
feels like
that's wrong.
wait, hold on. So Jester feels like it's more like important that he shouldn't conclude. That's why I'm saying like before we do anything, before we continue to
Forco, the
argue, we should get
question
like
was-
clarification from
Okay,
Judge.
Forco, the question was just whether or not I'm correct in calling ad nauseum here. Like where he's just repeating his same contention that we stalemate
Dude,
interpretations,
I'm
and
not
that like means
repeating
that we have to suspend judgment on the
God.
point.
I wasn't even
trying to
gonna
rat
repeat
out.
I'm not ratting
Okay, so
out.
let
Wait,
Jester
hold up,
explain why
can
he
I
isn't.
respond? Because I wasn't even gonna repeat myself. I was about to move
Fine,
on.
Jester.
Archimedes, shut up for 2
I
seconds.
didn't do nothing. With
Bro.
I just told you could respond.
Okay. So I wasn't gonna repeat myself. You just assumed I was about to go circular when I was about to explain why the suspension of judgment in the first place would just like defeat your take and why the whole Twitter post would stand. I was about to respond to you. I was just elaborating on something real quick to continue with what I was gonna try to say to respond to you.
Wait, what are you gonna respond with?
You just can't wait.
I mean,
all
what are
you
you gonna
did-
respond to? My bad, I
I'm gonna
missed that.
explain right after. Okay, yeah.
Well, I missed what you just said. That's my
Okay,
fault.
come
I'm
on,
asking you,
stop.
can you
Okay.
repeat it?
Can I finish my sentence, please? You know what?
I'm just saying,
is
can
the
you
hour
repeat
over?
it?
Is the hour over?
No, I'm saying that's what he's doing, but you gotta be quiet.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
I
if
just
the
don't care. I
hour's
just don't-
over. Wait, if
I
the
don't
hour's
care.
over, do you want to conclude on what we debated on, or do you
I
want to
don't
just
think
have it get
the-
judged off of what we
We're
talked
not
about?
even in.
The hour isn't over yet, so just please let Jester continue.
How much longer do we have on the hour, by the way?
A minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he could
Uh,
continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
So all I was about to attack is how, in the first place, how a suspension of judgment on your point here, what your argument is in the first place, was you just saying that it's possible that he has a ghost written, oh my bad, just a ghost written Twitter statement. So if the entire point was revolving around the Twitter statement being ghost written or not, and
Yeah.
that was your entire argument, then a suspension
Possibly.
of judgment. That was possibly your argument.
No, I'm saying it's possibly ghost rated.
Okay, that's your whole argument.
Yeah, and
I
suspension of judgment would literally is like it's only suspension of
Okay.
judgment if I assert my interpretation above yours. That's not what I'm doing. I'm acknowledging that we're at a
Is that the case?
stalemate here.
Can you post like the exact thing for like the equal
Yeah,
interpretation?
exact. Okay, yeah, sure. Can you give the criteria for suspending judgment first?
Oh, it's an hour, guys. So Jester, I know you said you had
If
to
he
leave.
wants to continue, I'm open to continuing.
This guy's just based like a
Or we
bitch.
can just end this here and we can have Forco judge what we've talked about. Like it
there's
doesn't even
nothing
have to be
like
Or,
first
like he would
or
just
also,
because
or
he would
also if Jester wants to like continue
he doesn't want to.
or
He wants this
progress
to be
more,
capped.
you
That's what
guys
he
can
told me.
post. Okay.
first off, it's literally ridiculous to even judge this debate in the first place when
No,
the
it's not.
topic. Oppo, just stop. Yeah,
Just judge off of the point we talked
okay,
about.
you know what, bro? I'm done. I'm done. Like, if you gonna cut me off again?
But no, he isn't.
Like, why are you
Just chill.
debating like a
So
like? Why
fork.
are you?
Okay, Oppo. Wait, bro, chill. I'm gonna put talking stick. Talking stick. Trust me. Okay. Just chill.
I just don't
Yeah.
care. I
Talking
really
stick.
just don't care to like debate him anymore. I'm
Forka.
just
That's
gonna
what I
put
was about to say.
I
Forka.
just
That's
don't
what I
care
was
to
about.
debate him anymore.
Forka. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say like he obviously would like insta lose this debate because he didn't like fulfill his premise. But we can just judge off of the point that we did, and you can just like give judgment on who you think won on this point. That's all.
What? Why
Because
would
he
I
obviously didn't
instantly?
fulfill his premise. Because you didn't fulfill your premise within the hour.
Oh my god. I never said anything about beating you, and you're literally aping. I just said I only have like an hour time frame to debate you because I want to go spend some time with my family. So now,
Do you want to debate? You want to continue
Sure, I'll
later?
just continue another time. Just chill,
Okay.
bro.
Can we get a judgment on this point then? We'll just like give this recording to Forko. You could say who won this so far, or like just won this point. Like we can end it here.
You're being ridiculous. It's just
How am I being ridiculous?
It's whatever.
Well, is that a
Do
yes
whatever
or a
you can
no?
do.
It's
Go
whatever,
ahead.
so that's fine.
Go ahead.
Do you want to conclude?
Go ahead, bro.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
conclude.
even want like there's what's the point?
He said go ahead. You can. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Go on.
It's whatever. Just conclude. Okay.
Conclude. I think I slapped Jester. I don't think he understands a word that I'm saying right now. He keeps trying to bring up this suspension of judgment because we have equal interpretations. But as soon as he agreed that they're equal interpretations, he conceded to my argument. You see, I have no problem with us being stuck here on this like stalemate where we can't decide which interpretation's above the other. I was explaining that us being on this stalemate is enough grounds to dismiss the scan that he presented, and he never countered that. He kept trying to argue it's a suspension of judgment, and that the only way that works. The only way that works is if I'm asserting one over the other. That's not what I was doing. So, in short, he conceded to my argument like 5 times. He just didn't realize it. I'm not going to conclude on the rest that we debated about because I don't really remember it. So Forko can just look at recording and give his judgment about that. That's fine. I'm done.
Okay. In conclusion, if Oppo's entire stance that it's possible that he has a ghostwriter, so if it's possible that he has a ghostwriter, that's what he's using to dismiss my scan in the first place. His entire stance is trying to dismiss my scan, but I give an equal interpretation. That's why he doesn't have ghostwriters. So if we both butt heads and stalemate on whether he has a ghostwriter or not, and that's his entire take to dismiss my scan or the author statement, then a suspension of judgment there would just mean that my author statement doesn't get dismissed, and whatever Oppo was talking about is just ridiculous. It's just pretty straightforward. That's my conclusion. Okay, whatever. I don't care to like continue this debate with you anymore. I think you debate like.
All right, I'm ending recording.
Wait,
Then,
so
okay.
this is it then? This is like you want to cut it off here? This is it?
What?
Like you don't want to continue some other time on this topic?
Nigga, I just said I was gonna continue debating with you.
Yeah, but you just said you don't want to continue the debate. That's why I'm asking for clarification.
Because I'm done. The hour's up. What,
So,
are you
so,
stupid?
so you want to continue
Shut
that?
up! I'm continuing for another
smirking?
time. Shut
Why are you
up!
smirking?
You're
Argument to mad
annoying,
bacula.
bro. You're just
Argument to mad
annoying.
bacula.
We're not even debating anymore.
Argument to
We just
mad bacula.
concluded.
You can still have fallacious reasoning outside of a debate.
We're not debating anymore. You're just being
Okay,
annoying.
you can still have fallacious reasoning.
Oh my god, bro. In a regular conversation, fallacious reasoning in a regular conversation. So how much more of a faggot can you be, Oppo? You're gonna just keep being like a retard or
And you give
something?
an objective criteria for faggot, otherwise
Keep
it's just
talking.
arbitrary.
Keep talking like a nerd
you
because you're gonna keep
smirking on
talking like
me?
that kid
Why are
who
you
gets bullied
smirking
at the
on me?
lunch table at
Why are you
school
smirking
because he
on
can't
me?
even have like normal
Argument to mad
conversations. He can't
baculum.
even have normal
Argument to mad
conversations with other friends.
baculum.
Is that why you live in an apartment by yourself with your
Baculum.
parents in the
Argument
freaking
to
depths
mad
of like
baculum. Argument
freaking
to mad
Chicago?
baculum.
This nigga lives in
Argument to
like the
mad
bricks of
baculum.
Chicago talking like a freaking
Jester.
intellectual nerd when his parents probably get shot up on a daily basis. It's just annoying. Nobody loves you. It's fine,
Argument
Oppo.
to
You can
mad
keep being acting like a little
baculum.
girl. You're just a retard.
Argument to
Keep saying
mad
that.
Yeah, keep saying
baculum.
that. Yeah, keep saying
Argument
that.
to mad baculum.
Yeah, that's why your girlfriend doesn't even love you. Is that why you do drugs too?
You're
Is
so
that why you do
Joe.
acid?
Why are you
do
bringing
acid?
that's irrelevant to what we're
That's why you
talking
do
about?
acid? Oh yeah, I know. That's why you do acid, right?
Acid's
Yeah,
just
nice.
fun.
Oh yeah, because you can't even hold normal conversations with your friends, right?
How does that even entail? That's a non sequitur.
Okay, you're gonna just keep like not spouting fallacies like a fag. That's
Well,
fine.
you can't come up with a logical reasoning to anything. So
We're
sure.
not debating. Like I'm not debating you. Like what do
Okay,
you
you can
understand?
still
We're not.
have
You're
you can
cringe.
still have you can still have a
so
logical
cringe.
reasoning outside of a debate.
This is literally
Can
cringe.
you show me?
This
Can
is
you
so
can you
You're cringe, bro. Hold
can,
on.
can you?
I got something for you. Everybody look at
Can
General. Log
you?
General real quick.
That's
Can somebody log
argumentative
General?
baculum.
Can somebody log General real quick?
Argumentative ad baculum.
Somebody log
Argumentative ad
General real quick.
baculum.
Somebody log General real quick.
Argumentative ad baculum. Is
Hold on,
this what
somebody
people
log General.
do
Somebody log
nowadays when they
General.
get slapped? They just start packing.
Bro, we're not debating
Jester.
right now. Hold up. This
Oh,
is
I'm
who
talking
Oppo
about
thinks
like,
he is
is
trying to
this?
call fallacies on me. We're not even currently in a debate right now. Is that who you
I
think you
just
are?
explained you don't have to be in a debate to call fallacies.
Okay, so I don't care. So oh my god, then I
That
don't
was
care.
not funny at all. Who does anybody even know who the fuck that is? Like
No,
what?
I don't. I just thought it was a funny picture.
Exactly.
I mean,
I do.
Of course you do, you fucking nerd.
like,
Shut
we're
up,
not
Archie.
debating.
Ha 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 ha.
Like it's so cringe. Like we're not debating, and he's just sitting here.
It's
calling
so
fallacies
cringe
on
that
me
I
back.
violated you, and then you started crying and
you didn't even
spurging. That's what's cringe.
We're not
I
debating anymore.
slapped you.
Okay, you didn't even get.
I
I don't even think you
fucking
slapped
bitch
me at all.
slapped you.
No, we didn't. No, you
You
did not.
lost
I
to
don't
me
think you slapped
saying your author's a possible ghostwriter, Jester.
You're hilarious, bro.
I
That's
guess
not what
I
happened.
guess I mean I guess I would be pretty angry too. So
I don't think I did at all. I think you're just
I'd be
trolling.
pretty
You haven't
angry
even
too.
got into any actual DC. You're just ratting.
Yeah, because you can't.
we
Yeah, because
literally
you
said
can't.
like Forco,
You can't even. I
Forco,
think
unmute
you
real
lost.
quick. Forco, unmute real quick. Can you unmute real quick, Forco?
Jester's prerequisite wasn't that it was going to be an hour, then we continue. The prerequisite was going to be that it's just an hour, and that's the cap of the
Okay, but
debate.
then we just
Like limit to the debate. Wait, you want the screenshot?
Oh my god, bro. Because I said I only have an hour to debate
Because
you
you
today.
said whatever happens, happens, and we can leave it there. That was the prerequisite.
Okay,
So
I
if you wanna,
continue with
if you wanna
laughter, I mean,
cry,
we can
I don't
continue.
care about that. We don't continue because the debate's over. If you wanna cry about me
You can
ratting,
laugh?
the debate's over. Lock the chat real
Bro,
quick.
can you chillax? I literally just agreed to continue with you anyways because we couldn't
Oh,
get
but
into
I'm
anywhere.
saying we don't have to off of your prerequisite because we just judge off of this point and you lost or you won. We leave it how it was. What's wrong, Jester? Keep spurging on me.
I'm not even spraying on you anymore.
You
You're just
were.
being weird. Forco,
How
can
am I
you
being
unmute real
weird?
quick?
Can I
You
have
just
perms?
obviously
Can I have
being
perms
Okay,
to
so
speak in general so I could drop a screenshot?
how
Just so I
about
can
how about
show,
I literally
so I can
agree
show
that you can
Archie
say
and I
that.
can show the judge that the prerequisite set
I
was
li-
that the debate is capped after an
already
hour,
agreed
and
I
what
could say
happens
that.
happens.
I already
yeah,
agreed
you
I
can
said
send
it
it.
in
You
the
can
first
send it in
place.
scans
No
if you want.
point to even send it in the first place. I did say that, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So the debate's over and you lost.
I didn't lose at all. We
You
didn't even
didn't
win.
fulfill your premise.
Oh my God.
We could get a judgment off. We could get a judgment off of what's been
Okay.
debated, but you lost either
I
way.
already just told you because okay, I said that, and I'll explain the context of what I said.
There's no context. I'll send the whole DM. Otherwise, it's just internal
Oppo.
context that you can't prove is the case, so I don't care.
Oppo, all I'm trying to
I'll
say
just
is
say
that I only have
you're
an hour.
possibly lying.
I'm not possibly lying because I'm about to explain why I told you I'm only debating you for an hour today in the first place. Hello? Like, cause I literally have a job tomorrow, unlike you, Mr. Chirac Warrior, and I have to go to work. So I'm only going to debate you for an hour today while I spend time with my family, something that you probably don't have because they're probably shot up or in a prison right now. So if all I'm saying is that I'm going to debate you for an hour, whatever happens, happens afterwards. So whatever happens, happens. I want to continue that debate. That's something that's happened. So I want to continue the debate. So we'll continue the debate. So stop being such a rat for no reason. Like that's just ridiculous. Like you're literally, like unironically, this is worst ratting that I've seen since Archimedes. That's what I'm saying. Like this is insane. This is.
I don't even rat that bad. I don't even rat that bad.
He just ate out. He's like, proof she could count to infinity. What? Like this thing's so ape. Like, look, and we really agree.
Chester, that's not true. What you were saying is not true. You said you were free all day today.
Yeah, I have to work tomorrow.
Okay.
Is that what I said?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But you were free all day today.
Okay.
So you don't have to leave. So you're lying.
I'm about to go.
I mean, he
my
could mean,
family
yeah, I
right
was
now.
gonna say he could say he's free today, but he's deciding to spread that free time, like, you know, spending time with his family since it's like Friday.
No. Him saying that he's free
Well,
all
a
day.
clarification is just an
Wait.
extrapolation. No. A clarification is just an extrapolation from a specific point. So that means he can still clarify right now and extrapolate from what he was just saying.
We want to know the problem.
Because I'm saying he can still extrapolate.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
go ahead, Tyler. Tell
extrapolated
me the
it on
problem.
now, but I would just say that he can actually prove that that's like what he meant in that scenario. And
Why does he need to prove that's what he meant?
Why?
Why does that?
Because
Why does he need to?
Because he's just lying so he can get out of the law.
Prove he's lying. Prove he's lying. Then prove he's
I
lying.
don't need to prove he's lying.
Yes, you do, because you just made that assertion. Prove he's lying.
No, I didn't.
If you're saying it's a possibility, then that means you can't confirm he's lying. That means you can't confirm he's lying. That means you can't confirm he's lying. That means you can't confirm he's lying.
I'm not.
Why do I appeal to fallacies? Why do I appeal? Why do I appeal to fallacies? 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 Explain. Why do I appeal to fallacies? Appeal. I don't care. Why do I appeal to fallacies?
All right, Jesus Christ.
Burns on
Anyways,
him?
yeah, I moved him down the stage because he's spurging on me.
Nope. Anyways, what I was saying, right? Why does he need?
Jesus.
Yeah, what are you doing? Stop.
Anyways.
Why are you permabusing? Why are you?
Because you're spurging, you dumbass.
What if I permabuse you, faggot? What if I permabuse you, faggot?
Abuse me then. I don't care.
Permabuse you? Okay. Wanna know what? Wanna see some? Wanna see some?
Sure.
Wanna see some? Magic trick, faggot, bitch. Anyways, the fuck, nigga? What are you talking about? This nigga's a bitch somewhere. Anyway, wait, Tomas, what did you want me to move down in VC for?
Yo, what's up? No, I wanted to
Okay.
talk to Forco or like Forco W dude or
Tell
whatever.
him to move down. Oppo?
Yeah, oh, that's Oppo.
Yeah.
I thought Oppo was a little bit smarter than that, bro.
Well, actually, to be honest, I think Oppo, like, again, this is just like face value. This is face value. I think the possibility point, in my opinion, I think he won.
What's
But
up,
again,
bro?
I think he's ratting though, and I think there should be like a further continuation of the debate though.
I don't care if I'm ratting.
So, do you agree you're ratting?
No. Ratting's subjective. I don't.
Ratting's subjective. If it's subjective, then that means I don't need your agreement on it. Yeah, if it's subjective, I don't need your agreement on it.
That's fine.
I don't need your agreement on it. That's fine. So you're ratting right now. That's cool. So you just agreed I don't need your agreement. That's fine. You're ratting right now. Then. You're ratting.
Yes, I'm
You're
ratting
ratting.
under your
You're ratting.
criteria.
You're ratting. It doesn't matter about under my criteria. Hey,
Fine.
Tomas, is this ratting? Tomas, is this ratting?
I don't know. It's subjective, bro. Doesn't
Yeah,
really
subjective. In your
matter.
subjective opinion, is this ratting?
Exactly.
In your subjective opinion, is this ratting right now?
In my opinion, it's ratting.
If I were to tell you, Tomas, if I were to tell you God doesn't exist simply because, and I were to and you were to offer me like the argument for contingency, and I were to say prove contingent worlds exist,
What are you
would
talking
that be
about?
ratting? Would that be ratting?
What are you even
Would that be ratting,
talking
Tomas?
about?
Contingent, bro. He's talking too fast. I didn't
Yeah.
even
What if I were to
understand
tell you that contingent worlds do not exist, even though I know they do? Would that be ratting?
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, why you ratting? Why you ratting?
Exactly. Exactly. Then. Exactly. Then. Exactly. So it is ratting. Exactly. So it is ratting. That's
I
cool.
literally
That's cool.
said it's fine.
That's cool. That's cool. So it's not just under my standard. So it's not just under my standard. That's cool.
I mean,
It's not just under my standard. That's cool. That's cool. So it's not just under my
fair.
standard. That's cool. That's cool. So that means you're just a rat.
Well,
That means you're just a rat. That means you
not
actually don't matter. That means it doesn't matter. That just means it doesn't
Why
matter.
does that
That just means it doesn't matter. That just means it doesn't matter. You already. Fuck is this faggot permabusing for, bitch?
Forco W. Everyone get off the stage. Forco W. I son both of those terrible debaters and Archimedes too. They're garbage. I'm the best debater on the stage. In the stage. No one can challenge me. Mic up, kids. But unironically, everyone dropped down to General VC.
Hold up, Forco, stay right here real quick. Forco,
Sure.
remember when you told me that he was dead serious about debating this and he wasn't gonna meme out? on it?
Yeah, well, he also said that himself a couple times.
Okay, what did he just do?
I mean, in my
It
opinion,
didn't
I thought
meme
it
out.
was a little.
Yeah, you were memeing.
That's
You
not
were ratting.
memeing.
You were ratting. What's up, mom?
I'm serious about the topic, and ratting's subjective. So if you think I'm ratting,
think-
that's fine. But I don't think I
I
was
think
ratting.
Oppo thinks ratting and memeing are two different things.
You know, I actually talked to Forco about this. He was like, there's a prerequisite that you can't rat. I was like, yeah, but ratting's just like depends on who's saying I'm ratting. Like to me, something's not ratting. To you, something is ratting. There's no
I guess
criteria
it's,
for ratting.
I
don't know why you're trying to pull that out like in some
Hold
last
on,
ditch
pause.
effort. Like you got slapped,
Pause,
Jester. It's
hold on,
okay.
hold on. Chill out,
It's
chill out,
okay,
guys.
Jester.
Both of you.
You lost.
I guess Oppo is
Can I
like
speak?
technically right that ratting is completely subjective.
In
So,
general, can I speak?
Yeah. Oh, let me unlock that shit. My bad.
Bro, Forco, are you listening, or do you have to give judgment off of recording?
Unclear on some points, so it'd be better if I looked at recording.
Oh, what?
But
Just get
I was
like
listening
Zeph or
for the most
Archie to
part.
tell us you're recording.
I only need to look like 15 minutes out of it. So I was doing dishes, and then Sarchi like, dude, there's someone else moved me down.
Your mic is ass.